feminine side. The standpoint. Still listen to the feminine side. The standpoint.
Hello there, and welcome to April. The 4th month is here. Ha! The month we celebrate Easter. It's an amazing month. It's going to be beautiful. I prophesied. So help us God. And we are starting with the Reverend and his wife, a young couple. They work together. They've been doing business together. And the story is unique. The story is really unique. And so we want to mark and open this month with a unique, beautiful, workable, and you know these days marriages are in trouble. I witnessed something anyway. Let me leave it here. We'll talk about it. But hey, working with my wife, the challenges, the joys, the triumphs. I mean, it's going to be very revealing. Let me say thank you to Habarata Fabrics for my silk tie and dye. And of course, my dress is by Bri Redua. I'm so grateful to her. My hair is by Inshallah GA. Thank you so much, Inshallah. And of course, makeup beautifully done by HB Elegance. In fact, I'll be going there to learn how to do my own simple makeups. You know, I think are dental also. Their contacts on the screen. Get in touch with them. So if you're a makeup artist and you want to learn or you want to polish up, I recommend that you go there to have the experience, to top up or to learn for yourself. Well, let me say thank you to 20. There's a 20 craft for my beads as usual and my ring of symbol. Yeah, by Sunyai Hema, Paramount Queen Mother of Sunyai. She is Nana Akosia Dia Aso Sika Breye II. I was in Sunyai just last week and she gave me the time of my life. The beautiful welcome. Nana Medasi, Nyamisha, Oni, Watsan Kunyani na Medam Wase, Trahima, Miamase ba Kope. Domahima, Nyamisha, Medam Wase. Thank you to Jack Consult. Thank you to all the people who made my trip and program successful. I'm so grateful to them. We take a break. When we come back, we meet Reverend TK and Mami Jo. Does it ring a bell? Yeah, the slim and fit couple. We'll be back.
The standpoint. The standpoint.
Johnny, oh Johnny, Johnny, oh Johnny, Johnny used to go to church when he had no money in his pocket. Johnny was always faithful in his word. Whenever the door was open, he was at church. Johnny's prayer was, Lord bless me, I need a job, I'm on my face. God bless you, if you bless me, I will go to church more often. God did bless you, and where did you park? Oh, Johnny, remember where you're coming from and where your life could have been. God blessed you with a better life, and now you hardly find time for him.
Wow, what a way to start the show. What a way to start the month. I'm feeling guilty already. I am feeling so guilty, so true. I mean, pray so God bless you. Give me the platform sometimes. Saturday, go for programs, you're tired. Sunday, I say I'm too tired, I'm resting. I don't go. God, forgive me. Lord, forgive me. These young ones came to guilt trip me. Lord, forgive me. I've repented. So true. We pray for the things, and then God gives us, and then we use it as an excuse. Thank you. Thank you. And they are, members of Kingdom ambassadors from various campuses across the country and beyond. And they are here for a special, we'll have a special program with them. But today, they're just here to listen to Pastor TK and his wife, Mommy Jo. And yes, they'll give us some more music here to put us in the mood for Easter. This one should be Gifty. What happened to you? Forgive me. And you are, what's your name? Elisha. Thank you so much, Elisha. Welcome back to the Standpoint. Yes, this is the first edition for the month of April, and I'd like to say thank you to Vena Mineral Water. Now, Vena Mineral Water, is engaged in so many campaigns. There's sharing love, changing lives. The pH levels are balanced. There's minimum, the right amount of sodium in it. And, it's the water for you. So when you buy it, you drink it, you're healthy, and you don't throw away your money. But let me introduce my guest for today. Seated right next to me is, we call him Osofutike, Pastor Anthony K. Bediako, Chief Operating Officer, Slim and Faith. Welcome to the Standpoint.
Thank you, Mommy.
And next to him, I have Mrs. Josephine Bediako, Chief Executive Officer, Slim and Faith. Welcome. Well, if you hear Slim and Faith, they are my Atiadunko plug. Yeah, they got me on the track. And this time, today, they saw me. They're not too happy, but I'm going back. Before Easter, Allah, I'll go back. Is the Sunya people? They just gave me fufu and things to eat. Detox. Yeah. I promise. Detox. I'm detoxing.
For 7 days.
For 7 days. Okay. 7 days. I'll do it. I promise. I'll do it. But welcome to the Standpoint.
Thank you.
When I started the program, I referred to you as Reverend, and you said, no, you're not Reverend, you're Pastor.
Yes.
I never knew there's a difference.
Okay. So from where I am coming from, before I start, thank you very much for the opportunity. And I must say that you are doing a very good job. And God bless you. Amen. May the Lord grant you the strength and wisdom to keep inspiring many people. Sometimes I read some of the comments that people put on your pages, and it touches me. Amen. So God bless you.
God bless you too.
Good. So from where I'm coming from, Assemblies of God, I am a pastor at the Sanctuary Assemblies of God, an associate pastor, the youth pastor there.
Okay.
Yes. So in Assemblies of God, it is rank. So you begin from being a pastor. Even when you're a reverend minister, you're still a pastor, okay. But it's a rank. Okay. So you start from after school, the Bible school, you do your probation. After probation, you become an exhorter. Okay. Then you become a licentiate. Okay. And then from licentiate, then you become an ordained minister. Okay. And all this takes 5 years.
Wow.
Yes. All this takes 5 years.
So you have to go through the mill.
You have to go through the mill. And you write exams.
I see.
You write exams at each stage.
Kingdom ambassadors.
And so when you pass your exams, and then also they look at your conduct and your service in your local church, and if you have your own church, they look at how you are running it as well, and then you'll be promoted. And it takes 5 years to be a reverend minister in Assemblies of God.
Wow. Okay, and you have been for how long?
Second year.
Second year.
Yes.
So
I'm
still going.
Still going.
Still
I've been doing the work of God way back.
Way back, yes. Mami Jo, how does it feel like to be married to a pastor?
Oh, I keep getting this question most of the time, but it's been a blessing. It's been a blessing. It's not the.
Did you know when you were, how long have you been married?
For 6 years.
For 6 years. But did you know he was going to go into the pastoral ministry?
Yes. I mean, it was one of the reasons why I got married to him.
Okay.
And one was the reason why he also chose me as a wife.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Now go into details. We need a filler. We need a filler. We need a filler. Why?
Well,
Is it?
I wanted someone who would help me to be very stable and focused in Christ.
Okay.
So I didn't really want to be in the world
Okay.
and then drawn away from Christ.
Okay.
So mine was to get married to a pastor, but I didn't know it was going to be him.
Him.
Yes. So when we had a discussion, then he wasn't a pastor then, but he was into kingdom works and all that. And he told me he desired to be a pastor.
Okay.
So that was a
Then
check,
the
a
lights
check for
went-
me.
That was like,
Yes.
oh, then he's the one.
Yes.
Okay.
I think I remember what I said to her. I told her that no matter what work I do on this earth, I'll be a pastor before I die.
Okay. And he said that's why you married her.
Yes. I wanted someone who understands, who accepts that, because it's not easy. Because just yesterday she was saying that they will close and then say, me meeting way, I'm here, this one will call you, you are going to see this one, and I needed someone who understands that bit. Yes, and there's someone who understands
Because he can bring,
that, yes,
yeah.
can be a lot of challenge.
Yeah, because I
most
hear-
of the times you
yeah.
are away.
Right.
Yes, especially Sundays I'm not there. So you leave the house early, you come back, and then you have to go on radio, and then you come home like 9,
You do
10.
radio ministry as well?
Yes.
Okay.
My
On
senior
Sundays?
pastor on Sundays.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So
So
sometimes
as for
it's a
Sunday,
bit-
oh, the ache you've given to God. I see. Now, how long have you been working together, Slim and Fred?
Okay, so we've been doing Slim and Fit for like 5 years.
5 years.
But documentation and everything, it's 3 years.
Okay.
Yes, when we started putting structures in place. So we're both in the corporate world, whilst we're doing this as a side something.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. We'll get into why, how you got into it and why you decided to make it a main business and all that. But what? How has it been like working together as a
Okay.
couple? Because that's something that brings a lot of challenges in marriages.
Yes. So I think that how we began, I think, has a lot for us, because we started doing this whilst we're all working.
Yeah.
Yes, she was a branch manager. I was a head of department in charge of the whole Ghana in my company.
Okay.
And so we were doing it ourselves. So we come home and we take the phones, respond to clients, pack things, and then we get dispatch to come and take them away in the following day. They realized that it was becoming big, so that we need to employ people. So we got people to come in, and then they were doing it. And then we're still working. So we got to a point, then we realized that it's growing. So then we said, okay, so she has to come home and then manage it, whilst I still work in the corporate world. And I think she did it for 2 years. Yes, and this year I also said, no, let me come home and join, because then the work was being tedious, coupled with the kids and everything. It was becoming difficult for her. So I said, okay, then let me also come home and join. So coming home and now working like together every day. The initial stage, I would say that there was a bit of challenge, because we didn't know how to marry the business partner, colleagues, husband and wife. We couldn't marry that.
Pastor and we
couldn't marry that. So it was a bit of a challenge, but it was not so much of a challenge for us, because we had that corporate background coming from that end, it helped us a lot.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
we put the rules, the structures in place.
Okay.
So no matter what even happens at home, we will work pepe. So even in the house,
When
we might
you're
not,
quarreled,
there might
you're
be
not
some
talking.
silent hour in the house. We'll come to the office and we'll do video shoot. She will sit there, I'll do the write-up, and then she will go through, she will add what she needs to add to it, and then I'll fix my camera and stuff, and then she'll sit there, and then, ready? Let's go. And then I'll shoot, pepe, she'll talk, pepe. Is it okay? No, she'll come, watch, no, this one, let's change it, we'll do pepe. We'll go home and we are still quiet. We'll come to the office and we work.
Wow.
Yeah, so we've been able to know that this one is strictly official.
Sure.
So if I'm not talking to my boss, it does not mean that I shouldn't, if I go to work, I shouldn't work. Yes, so we work. And then also, the other thing we put in place was that we know that it is family, it is work. So there must be that time that we dedicate for the family.
Okay.
And so at a certain time of the day, when we close, we don't take any calls. We don't bring the business. We don't bring work home. We go home and it is us and the kids.
Wow.
That is one thing too that we did. Then when it comes to the roles, so Mami Jo, the job is feminine stuff mostly.
Right. Mostly, yeah.
And we are projecting her as a brand as well.
Right.
And she's the brain behind it.
Yeah.
And so when we're sharing the rules, I said you are CEO. So when we started working in the same office, then
So you willingly gave her that position, not
Oh,
that
yes.
she decided that
Oh, no,
it's
no,
my
no,
idea, so I want to be the
no,
CEO. Okay.
honestly, I'm saying that I'm blessed. Because we're looking for a business to do. And then she was into slimming already, joining groups and things with international people. So she brought the idea. And then I was in the office when she
I'll
called.
come to her about how she births that, and branding of all the products that she,
Yeah.
Okay.
So the role
Yeah.
was, so I said, okay, so you are CEO. So me, I'll just be the backbencher, do all the backroom stuff, and then make sure that the thing is running smoothly. Manage all the financial things, making orders, the product and everything. So when we started working, then the thing that came up was that the CEO was getting into her head. So we get to the office and she sends a mail, send me this report.
Bobby, don't give me 5 laugh.
Send me last week's report. We put structures in place. So I do the reporting and everything. I do everything. So she say, send me this report. Give me an update on this. How far with this one? So I'll send the mail all right, and then I'll write what my dear
CEO and love.
my dear CEO / love. Then she will just say noted, acknowledge, received. So I had to call her. I called her and I said, Mami, sit down. I am not your worker. I am not your subordinate. We are into this together. We are building a business for our family. And so, get me this, do me this, no. And so I think that after a while, she now
She got it.
I think yesterday she said something.
Bobby, what did you say yesterday?
She said, when you don't take it, you say,
Yeah. Yes, I told him that at a point I knew I was doing my work. So if I say update, I actually wanted an update of something. If I say give me a requisition of something, I actually need it. So I expect you to work within the timelines and the time frames. And at a point I was like, if I don't take it, they'll tell me to go and cook yam in the house for lunch. And then when you are done, don't come. Prepare dinner. By the time you are done with both, the day will be over. You will find yourself in the kitchen after a while. So I need to balance it.
Right.
Yes, I need to balance it.
Amazing. Let me take a break. When we come back, we'll get back to this. Is interesting. This is being real, isn't it? Yes. So you know some of the challenges that you may face if you marry somebody and you decide to work together, so this is the time you psych yourself, right? Yeah, because many marriages have failed because they work together and the balance is not, if Pastor TK wasn't the pastor, maybe would have been like, would have walked in are you mad? How can you say, you're watching a standpoint, we'll be back.
The Standpoint. The Standpoint.
All right, welcome back to The Standpoint, and I hope you're watching. If you know anybody who's not watching, please tell them to tune in. And just in case something happened and you miss it, make sure you watch it on YouTube. Yes, YouTube, The Standpoint, because this, I am learning something, honestly. I'm learning a lot. Let me say thank you to Habarata Fabrics for my tie and dye. This is the silk tie and dye. Thank you so much. My dress is by Bri Redua, hair by Inshilot GH. My B is Tweeny Craft. Thank you so much to them. Makeup by HB Elegance. I'm grateful. And of course, my Tia Dunko by Slim and Fit. Thank you so much to all of them. But who pays who? Mami Jo, since you are the CEO, who pays who?
I decide how much to be paid, and he pays. So he pays me.
Okay.
Yes.
He pays you, so you decide that this person must be paid. This decide the salaries,
Yes.
and then he will pay.
He pays.
Please.
But even with that, it's not that smooth. He would
Ask
tell
man,
me
did
no.
he pay us on time?
He delayed our
He
payment.
From your point of view, how has it been working together?
I think just as he said, we share the same challenges, and I will talk about being a branch manager for about 9 years and having a lot of people under me, telling them what to do and directing them and leading by example.
Right.
So coming to Slim and Fit, I just brought the same ethics, the same culture. And then at a point, I have to realize that he's not just an ordinary employee. He is my husband. And so I need to
Please, he
balance
said he's not an employee. He's a partner.
an ordinary,
Okay.
either employee or partner.
Okay.
Again,
Not an ordinary one.
yeah, not an ordinary one.
Right.
He's my husband. So instead of, would I say, commanding things to happen, or maybe requesting things and then expecting it within a particular period, you have to negotiate. You have to treat him as a husband and then turn him here and there to get what you want.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not being sometimes.
Yes.
Manager, where did you go to school?
Okay, so I went to Ghana National SHS.
Okay.
And then I did Meridian University, and then I also did the Methodist University for our masters. That's why I met him. He was actually my classmate.
Okay. And you did for your masters, what did you study?
I did marketing.
Marketing.
Yes.
Okay. And Professor, you did?
Finance.
You did finance also. So marketing and finance. Solid combination. Solid combination. Okay. So when somebody was marketing, was she marketing her attributes? She was marketing. Mamita, I asked this because you seem like a very principled and let's say goal-oriented and conservative kind of person. Am I right?
Sure, you are. You're very observant.
So
that's me.
So that's the kind of persona you had on the field. I mean, in the corporate world, and you felt that business is business. So this is it.
Yes.
And you think it helped having that, principle and ethics. Bringing it to your home business. You think it's really helped?
It has. Actually, this has been something that had contributed to my growth. With respect to wherever I found myself earlier, being let's say, a normal sales executive,
Okay.
moving from offices to offices to tell them or preach insurance to them. And then there was something about me that my superiors saw and then felt that there's a platform. Why wouldn't you come for an interview? And I
Okay.
got in there and I did justice to that.
Right.
Then from there to become a sales manager, I wasn't a sales manager for that long period. And then there was another opportunity, a branch manager, but it was very small. So I thought, small and young too. So I was then the youngest branch manager at my insurance company.
Okay.
Yes. And I felt I can't just operate or maybe take up that position. But there was something in me that said that you are doing it, or
Right.
you were doing it unknowingly.
Right.
So you can go in there and then tell them why you can do the job. And your works have, it was speaking for you. So I go in there and I nailed it. And then I got out of the interview room and I was very proud
Wow.
of myself. Yes. So from there, bringing the same ethics, or let's say the same principles here, I thought it would still work for us. And it was working.
Pastor Tike, why are you laughing?
It was working. He brings the figures.
Okay.
I need you guys to make this at the end of the month or at the end of the year. And then I get it done
Right.
or exceed it.
Right.
So mine is passion for excellence.
Okay. Do
And
you get bonus sometimes?
he doesn't give me bonus.
Oh, Pastor Tike. Oh, I did that way, yes, sir.
So maybe I'm yet to get bonus after this program.
You know?
Yes.
Wow, that's interesting. But how was growing up like for you?
Okay, so I came from a family of 5. We were 6 actually. Then one passed away. That was the June 3rd disaster at
Disaster?
Circle. Yes.
Oh, wow.
So we're actually 5. My mother, Assemblies of God, Imeko Penny, Women Ministry President. She's been doing it for very
Ever.
long years, and her wish is to see her daughters very happy and in a Christian home. So
How many girls are you?
we 4 girls and then 1 boy. Yes, 4 girls and 1 boy. So we are always at church from Sunday school. When we close from church, we also move to another woman's house, and then she also teaches us the Bible till 7 p.m. So it's like the whole of Sunday, everything is for
Church.
God. Yes, I was used to being at church
Right.
and then doing the duties of church.
Church.
Yes.
Okay.
So meeting him, I knew we would just,
Right.
it was just the right place for me to
Place
be.
Okay. Pastor Tike, how was growing up for you?
Growing up for me, I would say, was very tough. In the sense that I was raised by a single mother who also had to travel to see greener pastures, needed to take care of me. And so I had to stay with a lot of people, move from one auntie to one uncle, stay with different people. And a point you need to fight your way through life. And I would say that it has toughened me.
Right.
It has really toughened me, and she always say it has toughened me. I didn't have it that easy
Right.
when I was growing up. I didn't have it that easy.
Right.
But I think that it has really made me who I am.
Right. The two of you, and I say from experience, because I've experienced them, you're very kind and very supportive. You reach out to help people. So, your staff, for example, apart from paying them, sometimes transport, helping them when their parents are sick and all that, you give them lunch, you give them bonuses and all that. The immediate past ones, bent your fingers. They quote unquote duped you. How did you feel? Did you ask God questions? Because sometimes, I ask this because sometimes you see that you give your all to people, you keep the Christ in it, and the people betray you. But you see people who are being treated as if they don't matter, but they are loyal to those people. And you wonder, what are you doing wrong? Here I'm putting my own experience in there.
I can tell you are so emotional.
I know, yeah.
Yes. I was so broken. I was so broken. I thought coming back to do good would be the least on my list. I was so broken. So anytime I see someone even showing me genuine kindness or trying to help me, I still feel that there's a motive behind it. Yes, I still feel there's a motive behind it. So I'm just waiting to see the other side. Yes, so I'm not so much in a rush to say thank you or to be convinced that I have to accept you in my circle. Right. No, I think until I found a video on Mommy's page talking about not to give up.
Yeah.
And
not
I was
to
like,
give up doing good.
Yes, I was like, this is just for me. I became very emotional. I was just lying there and I was like, let me just change my mind again and look at God and be kind to people because I'm not doing it for them. I'm doing it for God. When you look at people, it becomes very difficult for you to genuinely say that after all that you've been through, you still want to give that kind of service to man. Yes. So I look at God and it makes it easier for me to go back to be a good person.
Okay, let's come briefly. Let me take something briefly on a slim and fit. Pastor TK said it was your idea because you were into the fitness and how did you birth it?
Okay, so earlier I had wanted to have a relationship, or let's say find a relation between food, nutrition, and then health.
You got your book long ago.
So not just to eat anything. What I'm eating should be beneficial to my body.
Right.
It should make me feel good. It should make me feel right. It shouldn't be poisonous to my system. Right. So it was during our teen ages when I was with my parents.
Okay.
Just say becoming big was a disaster for us.
Right.
And we always want to keep fit and all that. So I was just, let's put this together. I mean, putting concoction together for my sisters with no experience, and it was working. Right. So at a point where I realized that let me do a proper research at that young age. I have to follow some lifestyle coaches. I have to be looking out for certain dietetic courses. I have to be looking at a nutritionist and then be seeing what will be the ideal and the healthy way of maintaining your figure and then losing weight as well. So that's how come Slim and Fit came to mind at a point, and then it became a business.
So do you contribute to the ingredients in the product?
We do a lot of research. So sometimes we tell them, we know this product will do so well. We know this product will also give this benefit. So run your test and let's see how well you can combine. Yes. And then when they run their test, it goes through their FDA there. And then when it's being approved, they give us heads up on it and then we get it done.
Because I think at this point, I would want to say how we came out.
Yeah.
But when we began, we were doing it with friends. So it was on our status and we were just moving it with friends who are quote unquote big or want to lose weight. So we're selling to them, we're giving it to them. And so Tima, Tima attended, I don't know which of the naming.
It was our second born or first, I'm not too sure.
Yes, then she, mommy, that's all we and she never said I was what. So I think she told her what she was doing, the dieting, the plan and everything. So she gave to her. Then she gave her the nursing mom. Okay, then we gave her some other products that we had in those days. We gave it to her. And then she used it. Yeah, we just forgot about it. So one day, it was a Saturday, when she woke up, she had about 120 missed calls. So she said, T, Beryl, I took her phone there. Who are those? So we're going out, then she started picking the calls. Hello, please, Tima said we should contact you for weight loss. Tima said we should contact you for weight loss. Tima said we should So we went to Tima's page, then we saw she's put there all those asking about the secret to my weight loss. Please call Mami Jo. And then she put her number there.
I think she did that willingly.
Yeah, we didn't even know about it. We didn't know about it. So people saw her transformation. I think they were worrying her.
Yeah.
So she also just put it there, bam. And then she left without even telling her that, Mami, I've put your number there. So woke
that's
up
a
and
true
she had
friend.
one,
I schooled with her.
And And so, Slim and Fit, I want to use this opportunity to say thank you very much to Tima.
Yes.
I've always said that God blesses people,
Yeah.
but God will always use somebody to bless you.
Yeah.
And Slim and Fit is here today because of Tima.
Tima.
And we thank you very much.
Yeah, and I also got to know Slim and Fit because of Tima.
Yeah.
Because I saw it on her page, you know, and I asked her, and she said, "Oh, Mommy, let me connect you to them," you know. And today, not only do I take it, I become an influencer for them as well, all because of Tima. Tima, you know. God bless her. Let me take a break. When we come back, I'll come to you if you have questions. But I also like to find out how to keep God in the marriage, and then in business as well. You know, you're watching The Standpoint. Let me say thank you to Vena Mineral Water and Bigger Drinks. Thank you to Yep Cleaning Services. They make sure our environment is very clean all the time. Thank you to House of Food, Auntie Vera. We are so grateful for all that you do for us. Mrs. Sofori Poko and the family, we are grateful to you. And who was what? Of course, Fina, Bridal and Decor for giving us the plants and, you know, doing that beautiful. But the set, you know, that decoration is my idea. My idea, you know. Thank you so much. That we are so grateful. So we take a break. When we come back, we'll continue this.
The Standpoint. The Standpoint.
First of all, let me acknowledge my sponsors. That's Vena Mineral Water. It has a balanced pH level with the required mineral. It's low in sodium. Vena is noted for its charitable campaigns by sharing love and then changing lives. Thank you to Bigger Drinks, Fina's Decor, Yep Cleaning Service, House of Food, and of course, Juice Time. We're so grateful to. Very soon we'll have Slim and Fit sponsoring. You believe it? Yes. Mommy Joe, let me ask you, do you have any regrets leaving the corporate world to go into full-time entrepreneurship?
Oh, not at all. I knew one day we will all retire to do our own thing. So the earlier the better.
Okay.
Yes. So
But it's easy being an entrepreneur. At least being in the corporate world, at the end of the month, you know you get money.
yes, that is what was keeping me then.
Right.
But this time around, whether it gets better or not, I have to face it solely, or it has to be burden on my family. Yes. But being an entrepreneur is not easy. You need to find a problem out there, do a lot of research about it, and then get a solution for that. It's not just about setting up a business and then thinking that by tomorrow you're going to get money. People think that, okay, because she's doing this or because there's this business out there that entrepreneur A is doing, and from where you are sitting, it's lucrative. No. And so I also want to do the same thing and get money out of it. You would do the same thing and then get tired at a point in time. What you expect to get. Sometimes you have to really work and be committed to it and have knowledge about it, improve your skills before it bets out what you thought you wanted to see. But if it's not your passion, if you're not out there to look out for a solution for a problem, forget about it. It's better you work for somebody, learn under the person, grow your skills, and become relevant there. But if you are there to solve a problem, it is a beautiful thing and a prosperous thing for you to
So
be.
entrepreneurship is to solve a problem.
It's to solve a problem.
Not necessarily to look for money.
No.
Of
The
course,
social
money
impact should be high. The social impact
Should be.
should be the main priority. Then the money will come.
Right. Pastor TK, when you were resigning from your corporate work to come and your friends or colleagues said, "Oh, I'm going to," didn't they think that, Charlie, you are making a wrong move? Oh, hey, you're going to work with your wife full time, going to stay in your house full time. Didn't you have any apprehensions, anxieties?
I think, as she was saying, what we did was proper planning. Because when we began Slim and Fit, even on the low key, and we realized that we were solving problems. So the solution was there. And honestly, that gives us satisfaction. Sometimes when I pick some of our phones and I hear, "Thank you, Mami Joe, God bless you. My husband was not looking at me for the past 2 months, but ever since I started using your product, my husband is now giving me attention," and people make audio, and it gives me a lot of joy. So we did proper planning. At the initial stage, after the first year, she wanted to come home. I said, no, you won't come home. After the second year, she wanted to come home. I said, no. Until we get to this level, you are not coming home. Because if she comes home and Slim and Fit is not successful, we are going to get frustrated. We are going to get very frustrated. Yes. And so I said no. So till I saw that the business had gotten to a certain stage, then she said, "T, can't I still come home?" And I said, "Okay, in December, you can come home." So December, 3 years ago, December, then she came home. But then she was also pregnant, so I just put the two together and said, okay, it's better that she comes home and then just concentrate on her pregnancy and then look after the other child too. So for me, I was also looking at it that Slim and Fit needs to get to a certain level, make sure that we have all the structures in place, make sure we have all the legal things also sorted out before, if I'm coming, I also come. I knew I'm a pastor. I knew I would do church no matter what. So coming from there, at the point where Slim and Fit is, that I came, I realized it was the best time for me to come. And I think that being a man of God and praying and listening to the voice of the Holy Spirit, I knew it was the best time. And honestly, sometimes she says that it is good we all came home at this time. It is good you came home at this time. But if I don't come home at this time, I'm not sure certain things that have happened, she could have handled it.
Right.
Yes. And I also realized that it got to a point that the job that I was doing, I said I was head of a department, the whole country. I was traveling, crisscrossing the country, and managing Slim and Fit as well. It was becoming very difficult for me.
And playing a father role and being a husband and being a pastor as well.
It was becoming difficult for me, and I didn't want to shortchange my employers. So I felt that the best decision to take was to come home. And so even though, Mami, you were saying that we had staff who disappointed us, last year we didn't pay ourselves bonus. No. But we paid them bonus. We paid all our staff bonus. Because there's a scripture that says that you should not cheat the worker. If you do that, God will not bless you. Right. So there's one thing that is so key on my mind. So even if I'm not paying myself, when we began, I was paying her and I was not paying myself because she was working in Slim and Fit. So I was paying her, I was not paying myself. And so we make sure that we don't cheat our workers. We make sure that we don't cheat our clients. We don't take advantage of the client. Because anything we do that someone feels embittered, then it will go against us. Amen. And so we can't take away the God factor. So we can't take away the God factor, both in our marriage and in our business. It's very amazing. And then I'll say that we pay tithe on the business. We pay tithe on the business.
Aside our personal tithe.
Yeah, we pay tithe on the business.
And there's one thing I will also need to add. Anytime the consignment is in, he will anoint it. So we don't we have consignment, and so we just have to go and sell it. He will kneel down, pray over it, and anoint it before we go out there to sell. Wow. Yeah. Wow. So that had also be one of our. They're not just taking, you're taking anointing as well.
That's amazing. Yes. That's amazing. My time is up, but I'll take 2 quick questions. Anybody, or you are full? No questions, right? Oh, you see why I love you. Good. Oh, somebody. Okay. There's a hand up there.
You made mention that when you were at home or before you started, there were instances where you prepared concoctions and then you gave it to your siblings to try. Didn't you encounter any challenges?
Okay, so when I
Say concoctions, not
I don't mean poison.
yeah. But no, I mean mixtures.
So just something coming to mind. Let's eat less of rice, more salad, more this, but without doing proper research. Yes, without doing proper research. Okay, let's drink this tea, let's drink coffee without doing any proper research. But wanting to have it as a proper business, then you need to acquire knowledge. That's what I meant by that.
Great. Thank you so much. It's been great getting to know you better. Somehow I've known you better on this set than behind the scenes, getting to know the story and getting to celebrate on this first Sunday of April. But before we go, Pastor TK, I want you to look at Mami Jo and tell her something that you haven't told her before. Deep down your heart.
This one is on the spot, pa. What haven't I told you before? Everything, I've told you everything.
No,
Maybe
something.
something different.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Today is another.
Every day is a new day. I hope you are learning,
Okay, so I call her Ajua.
Yeah.
So, my Ajua, I want to say thank you for being by me. I know I'm hard and I'm stubborn, but you have your way of managing me, and I appreciate it a lot. And I like the way you attend to our kids and how you are passionate with them. Thank you. You've been very supportive, and we've come this far because you're always available. Thank you.
You think I finished? Mommy, do you too? Your turn. You too, your turn.
I was carried away.
You are carried
I was
away.
enjoying the moment too. I was really enjoying it. This whole year, this is something nice to hear from.
Yes, okay,
yes,
to you to do your own now. Too.
Okay, so I think one thing that he's not heard from me, and then my personal observation out there. We have a lot of men out there who will not help you with the kids. Some would even wait when the kids wee for you to come home and change diaper. And that makes him extraordinary. He wouldn't wait for me to change diaper.
Don't tell me, tell your husband what you do. I'm third party, I'm mommy.
Was it yesterday I called him babe. And he said, why are you calling me babe? And I said, I'm improving, I'm learning, so let me call you babe. He said, no, when you're in love, you call me TT, so my TT.
Sugar.
You are different. You are different. Sometimes I'm not able to tell whether you are the wife or the husband because you play both roles very well. You take care of me as a father, and then you husband me as well, and then you protect me. Sometimes I do certain things out there and I know that you are home to support me. Yes, and that gives me that kind of confidence out there. People say I'm doing well, but sometimes they don't know that you're the one that is doing it behind me. Yes, and I just front it, and most of the times I take the glory, but to the world, he's the one that does a lot of things behind me, and I take the shine. So I'm making the world know that I appreciate you.
So we appreciate you. You are indeed a true example, a shining light. And we are grateful. Wish you all the best. And of course, if you want to patronize Slim and Fit, the number is
055-092-3361, 055-3648-485, 055-805-8897.
he works with numbers. It will be on the screen as well, and you can follow them on Instagram, Slim underscore and fit, N and then fit, GH. And then on Facebook, it's Slim N, the letter N, fit, GH. Okay. So as a token of appreciation, I have these funds from Tie Dye Yakoa. You know, anytime, you know, you're feeling hot, you just, so this color will go for mommy.
Compliments my dress.
Exactly. And then this one too, for you. Thank you so much. And then we just have small token of water from Vena Mineral Water, and then bigger drinks, you know, for you as well. God bless you. We appreciate you, and all the best. I'll be back with a bit of me. Hello there. I'm sure you've heard me talk about being intentional in most of the things we do, especially as women. Now, being intentional doesn't make it easy. It may cost you sometimes. It demands you making sacrifices. Sometimes it goes against your will, your desire, your innermost feeling. But you need to be intentional about it. Let me tell you the story. Quite recently, I went to Sunyai. I was invited to some programs in Sunyai. And my daughter was on midterms, so I decided to go with her. Now, they were buying 3 tickets, right? And I had the option of going with my little girl's nanny, who was going to handle the child, or give the opportunity to one of my staff to go with me. Now, one thing I'm intentional about is that everybody close to me, or anybody close to me, will leave me better off. And even when they are leaving me, my staff especially, when they are moving on, at least they must have one thing that they will remember me by, an experience that will be their first time experience with me. And for the many years 15 years that I've run the Standpoint, and let me say the 10 years, was it 10? Since I left GBC? Yeah, 10 years since I left GBC to work on my own. At least I've given 6 of my staff their first experience of traveling on an aeroplane, though internal. And it's always exciting for them. Now on this trip, my current longest serving staff had never been on a trip with me, had never been on an aeroplane with me. So I either have to go with him or go with my nanny. Now my girl is 5 years. She's really a very active child. So I knew that going without my nanny is going to be tough with me. She's going to be, in my space and everywhere when I'm speaking and everything. I knew what I was in for. But I made that deliberate, that intentional decision to go with my staff who had never traveled on an aeroplane. Not only because of, but I wanted to give him that experience as well. So we went. And as predicted, it was tough. I sacrificed convenience. So what's it going to be? Are you ready to be intentional, to be deliberate, to be calculated, to decide to be a good person, to decide to be a fighter for what you believe in, to decide to be whatever it is that you want to be? I'm a woman with super crazy faith in God. I know God has got me covered. I know when I pray, God listens. But I also know that He's giving us wisdom. And we must apply it. Jesus knew that He was going to be killed. He knew that He was going to be sacrificed on the cross. I don't know if He knew that it was going to be that painful, that we were going to throw things at Him and call Him and insult Him and all that. But He knew it wasn't going to be easy. But He knew that at the end of it, there's going to be a reward. So He was intentional. Be intentional. Be deliberate. Thanks for watching. See you same time next week. Bye for now.